Hey, welcome back. It's Carmine again with some more Shadowrun. When we last left off, we were being sent on a run to go pick up a package from Boris and deliver it to a gang in the Redmond Barrens. Let's see. No group items. We have a crap cyber deck. I want to take this chance to show off the cyber deck here. This is basically, again, a portable supercomputer, in that it allows you to directly interface with a wireless network, with a wired network. We've got a few programs. Attack, grade 3, which is fairly large. We have 30 MP. Yeah, but this was back when megabytes were a big deal. And a 2-second load time is was fairly good. Medic, this is used to crash intrusion countermeasures known as ICE, which are there to keep runners away from sensitive corporate files. Medic, which fixes damage your persona has taken. The persona is basically your avatar in the Matrix, and it can be damaged and knocked offline. Deception is this is basically a keygen. It generates a password that lets you into the node. A node being essentially a website, or as you can tell, I have an extensive IT background. Basically a folder or a site on the network. Analyze is used to scan a node for information, what it is, what its security grade is, what's protecting it. Multiple analyzes. It has a bit of a failure chance. Success, defense. These don't actually show up until you're in combat with the node's ICE. Then you can jack out, which basically pulls the plug. We didn't have any idea of a wireless internet in the 80s, so everything had to be connected via phone cable. This is the same as pulling the phone cable out of the computer. The system map, see where you are. Storage, this is what it says it is, and this is the stats of the deck, which we'll get into later. But anyway, I go take a package. We're going to go to Boris to pick up a package and take it to the Halloweeners. Here's the package I want delivered. No delays, you got me? Take the package and leave. Boris is a fixer. An actual fixer. This is the... Uh-oh. We got a couple of gangsters coming after us. Ow! That one punched me. This is why I wanted the Ares Predator. It punches through armor quite well. So we got a first aid kit with 3 uses. So, your odds of actually healing yourself with a first aid kit are based on a skill called biotech. That is 1 out of 12. So the odds of me healing myself are virtually nil. But I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, wow, it succeeded. Yeah, I've used first aid kits and gotten nothing out of it. So I was just jumped by thugs from the gang I'm delivering a package to. And this is their hideout. Entering an abandoned shack, you're accosted by a member of the Halloweener gang. If you want to live, you better have a real good reason to be here. You hand him the package. He takes it out a blade, slices it open, and peers inside. Satisfied, he pays you off. Okay. So, he was waiting for the package. And you'll notice in our attributes screen we had 4 karma a minute ago. Now we have 5. Karma is basically used to buy stat and skill ups. You don't have levels in Shadowrun. You acquire karma from performing runs, which is then used to build your character. I'll get into the stats in a bit, but let's see how much money we have. 100, and we've got 5 karma. Now's as good a time as any to get that out of the way, I guess. I won't bore you with the stats, but I'll let you know what we're upgrading. I'm just looking for a place to crash. Stoker's Coffin Motel, 20 million up front. Yeah, I'll pay. You brought your own towels. I've been cleaned out this month. Enjoy your stay. Steaming mug of soy calf would be just whiz right about now. Another thing. Most people don't eat real food in Shadowrun. They eat a soy-based replica. So, soy calf would be the equivalent to coffee. Karma screen. So here we can actually improve stats. And right now what we want to increase is quickness, which increases movement speed, attack speed, and combat success in our case. We aren't a decker, so cyber combat success is irrelevant. Now, improving a skill is a bit more expensive than improving a stat. It takes double the skill's new rating in Karma, whereas it takes the attribute's new rating in Karma to buy it up. So we've got 1. Charisma is another good one to raise, mostly because the game has a lot of, I guess you could say, events that happen randomly, and Charisma is your chance of talking your way out of a problem. We don't actually have enough karma to improve anything else. Magic can never be improved because we aren't a mage. We don't have you either have the talent or you don't. Now, you notice we have one stat called Essence. This is basically how much of the human being is left and how much of a machine someone has become. We'll get into cyberware later. But for the moment, I'm going to head up and take another job, and then I think we're going to head into, say, where was it we were supposed to be going? Oh yes, Tarislar City Inn in the Puyallup Barrens. We're going to go pay a visit to Tap of the Shale. Progress the story a bit. You need enough money to get into the Puyallup Barrens. It's a bit of a drive. It's a little too dangerous to actually walk places in this game, so we are going to be using taxi cabs. It's the only way to get between locations. Here we go. Escort job. Go to the Shiawase nuke plant. My client, Chris Stout. Escort him to Boris's greenhouse. Okay. 45. That should be enough, actually. Again, I will be doing a lot of the grinding off-screen, so that I can mostly show off the story. I will be showing one of every run, however. Uh-oh. Screw you, pal. Where was I going? Lord, I'm already turned around. Good job, Carmine. I was going to the wrong place the entire time. Nicely done. I wandered into a back alley and someone tried to mug me. Nope. This is a terminal, which is used to contact your contacts, call a taxi, or access the Matrix. We could go onto the Matrix, but we don't have a cyberjack, or a data jack, which is used to connect to the cyberdeck itself. Hey there you are. Boy, am I glad to see you. It's getting so a guy can't walk the streets alone. Well, let's get moving. I'm on a tight schedule. And if anybody tries anything cute, you wax them. Okay. Whatever you say, pal. Fucking pompadour haircut. Thanks to the escort, chummer. Here's the creds for a job well done. I'll be sure to tell all my friends about your services. Oh, that was weird. Alright. I think that's enough money. We're gonna make a call and get a taxi. See if we can head over to the Puyallup Barrens. The Puyallup Barrens has one of my favorite locations in the game, and it's also something wildly out of our price range at the moment. You need a ride, chump? This individual's a troll, as you can tell by the pebbly skin and the horns jutting out from his head and the giant tooth. Say you want to get to the Puyallup Barrens? That's a little out of my way, chummer. That'll cost you about 40 million to get there. How about it? Sure thing, cabbie. Hop in, chum. Okay. Now, this place is, you notice we were getting attacked by random thugs in the Halloween outfit. A different gang runs this place. The Orcish Underground. Where is... This is a bar. Again, I forget which one this is. This is Ares' corporate headquarters, actually. See a man lying on the street. He seems to be badly hurt. I am going to walk away because... Well, screw it. I'm going to give him first aid. Oh, wow, we got lucky, because there's a very good chance that that can turn out poorly for you. You run over and administer first aid to the wounded man. His injuries are severe, but he'll live. Thank you for saving me. Please take this as payment. He hands you 150 million. He hands me a debit card with 150 million. There's no actual paper money anymore. It's all digital. This is the Tarislar City Inn, I believe. caters mostly to elves, as the word Terraslar is Elvish for remembrance. Despite its rundown appearance, this apartment has a great rep for being the safest place to stay in the Barrens. You need a place to stay? Well, you come to the right place. This is the safest hotel in the city for the price. Of course, payment is required in advance. You have a tenant named Tabitha Shale. Tabitha Shale? Yeah, she's here. She's been locked up in her room for days and won't let anybody in, even to clean up. If you think you can talk some sense to her, be my guest. The manager connects you to her room via the vid phone. The screen remains blank, but the woman's wary voice identifies herself as Tabitha. Words tumble from your mouth in a desperate rush to convince Tabitha of your sincerity. After some deliberation, she concedes that you are Michael's brother and agrees to let you enter her apartment. Tabitha Shale opens the door as you arrive. She looks like as if she hasn't slept in weeks. She invites you in, but her eyes nervously dart around the room. Apparently these two were close. Tell me about Michael's last Shadowrun. I don't know that much about it. We were hired by an unknown Mr. Johnson through Caleb to track down a location in Salashee. I backed out when he made the offer, so I wasn't included in the deal. Michael said one stop at Erasco's and he'd be set. Boris Erasco, his greenhouse we've been going to lately. You know, Caleb's not our normal Johnson. We usually use a Johnson named Mortimer Reed. He's set up in the Penumbra district in a restaurant called the Big Rhino. What can you tell me about Caleb Brightmore? He's a Johnson Michael and I used a couple of times. I don't trust him, though. Who knows what those elves are up to, anyway. You might find him at Icarus Descending. That's where we always met him. The Icarus Descending is an upscale elven bar that does not permit humans. There's this guy, Erasco. Boris Erasco is a small-time fixer who works out of an abandoned greenhouse in Redmond. Anything for $1, that's Boris. He was probably the last person in the sprawl to see Michael alive. I could use some help, and this person is a Shadowrunner. I'm looking for a good runner. Care to sign on? No way, Ace. I loved Michael, but I don't plan on joining him. I'm pretty powerful when Michael's team out of the way. I don't want any part of something that large. As if on cue, the door to the room explodes inward, leaving you momentarily stunned. A flash of automatic gunfire rakes Tabitha through the obscuring smoke and sends you diving for cover. As the swarm of bullets abates, you leap to your feet. Surging forward through the thick cloud, you catch a glimpse of a figure in red and black disappearing down the corridor. You rush back into Tabitha's room, but there are no signs of life. You notice a holopix among her scattered belongings and pick it up. Holopix. David William Owlfeather. Salashee Rangers, Wilderness Patrol. Well, shit. Our one contact in this city just died. Violently. I'm getting the hell out of here. Let's give him first aid. As you bend down, this is what I was talking about. As you bend down to start first aid, the man's eyes flash red and you catch a glint of fangs as he hisses at you. With supernatural agility, he attacks. This guy is actually a vampire. So he's probably gonna beat my ass right now. Or I might beat him. Huh. Usually they're more dangerous than that. Well then, let's get out of here, because I don't really like being attacked by vampires. We're gonna head to... We're gonna go to the Penumbra district. This is an upscale area of downtown Seattle. It's very close by, so it's only gonna be 20 new yen to get there. Sure thing. Hop in, chum. This is Club Matchstick. Or Club M, sorry. Oh no, that's Mitsuhama. Club Matchstick is down here. See if we can find the Big Rhino. Ah, this is the Big Rhino. This restaurant is called the Big Rhino. It specializes in orc gourmet dishes and actually quite popular among those who can stomach dishes like live worms and sprouts. In here is one of my favorite Shadowrunners in the game. He's right up there. And over here is Mortimer Reed. Move into the booth. Bodyguards search for hidden weapons on your body. When they are satisfied, a voice speaks from the shadows. Well, what have we here? A Shadowrunner looking for work. I'm Mortimer Reed, and if you can serve me well, we both can make a lot of new yen. I'm looking for some information. I hate to give anything away, so I am loath to discuss any information with you for free. As it is custom to do so, I will begrudgingly part with it. We'll deal with him later. That's out of my price range, because I am running out of time, and I am going to be grinding off screen for a bit, so I'll see you all later when I'm done. Bye.